Right then, hello everyone and welcome back to the Assetto Corsa Championship here for round 4 of the Porsche Supercup at no other track than the home of British motor racing itself, the Silverstone circuit. Yes, we got 20 minutes of qualifying just ahead of us. Alex Luan is the first man out on track. In the commentary booth today is me and FG, and joining me for a 4th consecutive time for the Porsche Supercup is Pausa. Good afternoon to you.
Good afternoon, Miran, and good afternoon to everyone watching home on this track. The historic Silverstone circuit here at Great Britain. Absolutely waiting. I've been waiting on this race for quite some time because I definitely knew that Porsche Supercups Well, definitely, the driving style of it definitely likes a lot of on this track. So, yeah, we'll see what happens, and I think these drivers can't wait to get on track and set some good lap times.
Yes, indeed. This circuit, obviously, probably one of the highlights of the season. This is going to be, as I think this is a track that a lot of drivers will be looking forward to. Obviously, a very, very good circuit. We've had a lot of great races in other tiers here in the past, so this is the first time we're going to be able to see touring car racing at this circuit. But before we get on the way with qualifying, then let's go through the track. So the Silverstone circuit, near the Northamptonshire villages of Silverstone, Whittlebury, and Towcester. This is one of the oldest tracks on the Porsche Supercup calendar, obviously opened in 1948. This circuit famously hosted the first ever Formula One race in 1950, and it's hosted a slew of different racing series over the past. I can't even begin to name them all, as there have been absolutely so many that have come to this circuit. It's seen many different revisions over the past when it comes to track layout. Obviously, this layout that we're running is the Grand Prix layout, but there's been many, many different layouts of this circuit. There's been so many memorable moments that have been made. History has been written at this track, so it is absolutely a fantastic track with a lot of history to it. That makes it even more prestigious to win here, obviously. But the layout we're running here, the international layout, not the international layout, sorry, that's the other layout. The Grand Prix layout is the one we're running. 5.891 kilometers, 18 turns, and a race lap record here would be around the 2-minute mark. So I'd say we see layouts in the 2:10s, I'd say. But yeah, a fantastic circuit. There's a lot of memorable corners and the historic ones as well, especially Alex Luan making his way around Cops, obviously one of the more famous corners on this track, and then Maggots and Beckett's, obviously, very famous couple of corners. But yeah, Plaza, what do you make of the track?
Yeah, a lot of this section is just quite fast, flowy section, such as the Maggots and Beckett's, and then to Chapel, and then down to the Hangar Straight, which definitely would provide a lot of overtaking opportunities for these drivers. And with these Porsche Supercup cars, like I said a few times before, that it is a spec series. It is hard. It is kind of hard to, actually kind of easy to draft, but these cars, I don't think so. But yeah, these guys will definitely face a lot of challenge throughout this circuit.
For sure, it is a spec series, but I think these guys will take on a bit of challenge, wrestling the car around the circuit, as we have the times coming in on the board. And Alex Luan was the first man across. He's currently slowest out of all the people who set time. He's P4, that was Boss Kelly's P5. Rahul Patel across the line as he goes fastest for Moa Megatron Lechner Racing. Giuseppe Stella, the second dynamic motorsport car, across the line then as he goes into P4, as we're having the times come in on the board now.
Cool. It's full fastest there. Nice time, but then he got overtaken by Ollie Boakes, 2 minutes 10.331. So I think we can see definitely the range about 2:10s to 2:11s. But I mean, yeah, there could be some faster there. You see Kasim Atman goes 8 fastest, Alexander Arnold goes fastest right now, Gabriel Gomez goes 7 fastest, 2 minutes 10.5. And then Luca Iger goes 10 fastest, 2:10.783.
Yeah, Alex Arnold, the former Formula One driver, going fastest, alongside yet another former Formula One driver. It's a tongue twister. Rahul Patel in second place. But I think we could actually get into the 2:09s even, if we do get a very proper lap from one of the drivers. There's Jose Lucas just behind his fellow compatriot, and then also championship leader Gabriel Gomez. There's Ryan Adam across the line, and Jatus Terzic. There's Hemo Tiford. The man from Finland goes fastest at the moment. Never mind, as it's Functional Chaushainat who goes fastest for the Martinet by Almera team. And I believe that is all 20 drivers across the line then. And for the first times, it is Functional Chaushainat who goes fastest with a 210.139, and then it's Hemo Tiford for Fuck Autotech. The man is currently P3 in the championship standings, and then Alex Arnold in P3. There's Bentley Schaefer across the line as he goes up to P15, and his fellow compatriot David Byers, who is also in his home race, P2 at the moment.
These drivers ramping up the speeds that you see there. Rahul Patel is the first one to go to 109s, but then never mind, Giuseppe Stella re-overtakes them into provisional pole.
Yeah, fantastic, as we're seeing a lot of improvements. There's our first race winner, Cameron Cole, who goes up to P3. Never mind, as Ollie Boakes for BWT Leckner Racing goes third now. But that is a very big improvement. As you can see, we're already getting into the high 209s. Stella with a fantastic lap time there. I guess you could say it is a stellar lap time. That was not funny. Either way, it's 209.768 for the man from Italy, followed by Rahul Patel, who is in his, I guess you could say, a home race, considering that he runs dual nationality. There's Luca Eiger up into P5, and they got Ollie Boakes, the British driver, in P3. We're seeing massive improvements now. Robinho Gonzalez in the other Dynamic Motorsports car goes P4, and then Chris Russell there in P6 as well. So a lot of improvements we're seeing on the board, and with only 11 minutes to go, there's still quite a bit to go in qualifying. So I should say that I think we could expect a new provisional pole sitter in the few minutes that we have to go.
Definitely, because it's kind of unpredictable with this series, but Ryan Adam is trying to improve the lap time. Is Functional Chaushainat now goes back to provisional pole 209.701, if I'm not mistaken there.
Yeah, speaking of unpredictable, we have a new provisional, or not new, but we have a returning provisional pole sitter. Functional Chaushainat takes the top spot, and for the time being is about 600 a second faster than Stella there, now in P2, as Alex Luan, our previous race winner, who won in Spain, is P9. It's down to P11 as Dave Byers goes P9, and Bentley Schaefer gets himself up into P6. Obviously, a home race for 3 drivers for Rifikat Rahul Patel, but yeah, Byers, Boakes, Schaefer, and Kelly, and then Rahul Patel would be the 5th one. I forgot about Boss Kelly, but he is racing under the nationality of Northern Ireland, but he's counted as British. As Cameron Cole goes up into P4 then with a 209.8, just behind Rahul Patel. Obviously his results, he hasn't scored any points since his debut race win at Malaysia, so he's been sitting pretty at 25 points. We'll see if that changes today. So quite good there up in P4, so we'll see if the man from America can score good points today.
We hope to see it, because yeah, there's a lot of drivers trying to improve with their lap times. Christian Russell still trying to boost lap time, currently P5, 209.8. Still needs a decent sector 2 or 3. Because I think sector 2 or 3 is probably the hardest to take on, because, well, a lot of, like I said, a fast-flowing section there, coming off these cops. And Ryan Adam goes 19 fastest, still can't even get out of the 211's time. Functional Chaushainat not only going okay-ish, I think a little couple of milliseconds slower than his best lap times. He's still going to try to go for it for Chaushainat, the driver from Martina Almeiras. And see, he's now down into the arena corner and then into the straight. Here he goes. Goes now, brakes quite hard there into Brooklands. Then round into Luffield Corner. It's a bit tricky to get it right because it's the camber is not that much, but you have to carry more the momentum rounds off that Luffield and then into Woodcote. Go straight into the old pit lane straight. Then to Cops. This is a bit high speed. You have to control the car pretty planted. And now into the next corner, which is the Mackett and Beckett's section. You see, you kind of have to hit the curves a bit. Then around through Chapel, which is around here. Straighten it out. Go to the hangar straight. Now this is just full speed onto the next corner, which is Stove. Brake hard into just before the curbs. Slide that car, the Porsche Shiner, and then gets the exit off pretty nicely. Then into the VL chicane. You better watch out on that sausage curve because if you hit it, well, I think your time's definitely going to be gone. Tuck in a little bit too much on the inside, then around the club corner, and then he will finish the lap. What's his time going to be? And he would go fastest overall for Porsche China 209.606.
Yeah, thank you for taking us through that provisional pole lap, Pausa. But yeah, it is China who reclaims the fastest spot then from Giuseppe Stella. These two in a bit of a fight for pole. I think you would not really be expecting Giuseppe Stella to be in the fight for pole considering his previous qualifying results, but it is fantastic to see him and the Dynamic Motorsport finally able to fight for the top positions. As here's his teammate Mihail Valjak, the Croatian, struggling in P18, as there goes David Byers up into 11th place. But yeah, 6 minutes to go then, and it is China who's currently on provisional pole, followed by Giuseppe Stella, and then Rahul Patel in P3. You got Christian Russell there in P4 as well, and then Rubinho Gonzalez, the other Dynamic Motorsports car, in P7. So he's done quite well. Obviously, he has he's currently the highest placing. Now I'm running out of words, but there's Helmut Tiefert across the line. But what I wanted to say about Gonzalez was that he's currently the highest placing Dynamic Motorsport driver in the championship standings. As there goes Boss Kelly for, I believe that is MRS Cup Racing, up into P3. That's a fantastic lap time for the man from Northern Ireland. And he has got himself into P3. Obviously, neither of the two who are currently in the lineup for MRS Cup Racing have scored points yet. So this could be good news for them, as Boss Kelly, with 5 minutes to go, has gone up into 3rd place.
Big news for them, indeed, because, well, yeah, they didn't score any points yet, so Boss Kelly gave something to get their hopes up. Porsche China into the pit. Kasim Adnan goes second fastest, 2 minutes 09.632. Then followed by Ryan Adam, who now breaks through the 211s and now up into 209s. Now into 4th place for Ryan Adam, the driver from the, I think it was the MRS Cup Racing.
Yeah, I was actually just about to talk about MRS Cup Racing and how the results have been quite disappointing in qualifying, but now they've actually seemed to kick it up. And there is none other than Mihail Valjak, and he's gone fastest for Dynamic Motorsports. I think we were anticipating a Dynamic Motorsport car going fastest, but not this man, as Mihail Valjak with a 2:09.569, fantastic lap time from the Croatian, and he has gone fastest.
Yeah, the 6 also set some decent lap times there, 7th fastest, 2:09.732. But well, yeah, I kind of expect them to do pretty good on this track, and they did for Mihail Valjak. What a lap!
Yeah, fantastic lap from Mihail Valjak. As there's Terzic, he's stuck behind. I believe that is. Would that be Cameron Cole? I think that is. No, that's Christian Russell. Sorry, got the two mixed up. But yeah, as they head down the Wellington Straight, this is, as Valiak has been dethroned by none other than Hemo Tiford, as Tiford has now gone fastest, the man from Finland, who has been consistently on the podium these last 2 races. He scored 2 P3s in a row, and he's now gone fastest, looking for that P1, obviously, in qualifying. But with 3 minutes to go, things are really heating up in qualifying. We've been treated to an absolutely fantastic qualifying session, it has to be said. And it really is anyone's game to take pole at the moment. As your top 3 is now Tiford, Valiak, and Chaushine. Tiford is on an improvement here as he heads through Brooklands.
He is, and he is on improvements now. Into Luffield he goes, and then now next up into Woodcote. He's carrying a little bit speeds there, coming off the Luffield into Woodcote. And I mean, with Hemo Tiford, that he didn't. Well, he scored 2 podiums in a row, so it would be pretty good for him. He's currently in tied second place with Ollie Boakes, who's currently qualifies in 12th place. Now he has a better chance. Oh, he just went into the curves a little bit too much there, into Mackett. And then here comes rounds the chapel, and what's his sector 2 time gonna be? It's still improving, so we could see Tiford extending his advantage now down into the Hangar Straight and then into Stove. Was it gonna happen here? And just went on the inside, trying to not take the curves too much, otherwise it would ruin your lap. Carry the momentum round, and is he gone into the pits? He does. He has gone into the pits, and I thought he was gonna go for another lap, but never mind then. Rahul Patel rounds off the Vale chicane, going to the dirt's kicking up, and it rounds the club corner. And what his time gonna be? Could he even beat Tiford? No, but he will settle for 4th place for now, just in front of Kasim Atman.
Yeah, it was you can see just how close the times are at the top 4 now, not even separated by a 10th. All the way up until Kasim Adnan even. But here is the man in P19 at the moment, Alexander Arnold. That is not where the former Mercedes driver wants to be, as behind him is probably the man in the worst spot at the moment, championship leader Gabriel Gomez, who is currently in last place. But we'll see Alex Arnold then, if he's gonna finish up this lap. He does, as he heads through the Vale chicane and rounding the final corner. Now we will see what the German can set, as Giuseppe Stella retakes pole position then from Hemo Tiford, but Arnold across the line, and he goes P8 with that lap time. That is a good lap from Alex Arnold. But Giuseppe Stella then, the Italian, retakes the provisional pole with 15 seconds to go. Is he going to be able to hang on to that? Tiford and Valiak, his teammate, are currently in the pits. So we will see who can take back that provisional pole. Will it be function of Chaushine, who is just coming across the Vale chicane, or would it be someone completely else? We will see, as that was not Chaushine. Chaushine is actually into the pits. That was Cameron Cole. But let's see Cameron Cole then, as he will be the first man across the line. And he goes P6 with that lap, and Gabriel Gomez behind. It's not where he wants to be, but it is an improvement. P13 it is for the Brazilian. Rahul Patel is coming into the pits, so he has aborted that lap. He will start, at least in the points it is, for Patel, which is good news for him.
Well, here comes Baez now, as of trying to finish that lap time into the Vale chicane, now into the club corner. Look at the rest of the guys. I think they pitted. Some of them still staying out to try to improve his lap time. Here comes David Baez now rounding off the final corner. What time is it going to be? It's only going to be P18. He's not going to be improvement. And here comes Jose Lucas. Still no improvement. And what about Ollie Boakes? Can he challenge anything? No, 210s. That is pretty slow.
Oh, but Stella.
Stella? Yeah. Oh, boy. Well, is he going to go into the pits? Because I saw that T4, he gets the fastest sector 2, and then he came to the pits. He doesn't.
Yeah,
Oh,
he's going to
boy.
finish up this lap. Stella makes his way round the Vale chicane. We're going to see if he can carry that momentum he had in Sector 2 through to the final sector. And round the final corner comes Giuseppe Stella. Will it be an improvement for the Italian as he makes his way across the line? And it is an improvement by 400 seconds. So he lost time in Sector 3, but either way, it's still an improvement for pole position as we're just waiting the final cars to cross the line. Boss Kelly is currently in P10 for MRS Cup Racing, along with his teammate Ryan Adam. Let's see as he crosses the line. Can't improve just yet. As there goes Bentley Schaefer in his home race, P2, as he gets himself into the front row. That's a fantastic lap time from Bentley Schaefer. And he is up at the second place as the final car crosses the line. And it is Giuseppe Stella with a fantastic lap time who goes on to pole position here at Silverstone. And that was a very, very exciting qualifying, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, definitely. Well, Bentley Schaefer, I thought for one moment he's gonna take the throne.
Yeah.
Definitely. Jeez.
But
wow.
Schaefer, it's a very good lap time from him. I mean, P2 is definitely what he needs, considering that, yeah, he's only scored 6 points in his P15 in championship standing, so a podium could really be a helping hand for him. And same with Hemmo Tifo to start P3, another podium in a row. That could be fantastic for the man from Finland. And then Giuseppe Stella on the pole position, so it's going to be absolutely fantastic for him. But let's go through the starting grid then for the Porsche Supercup race here at Silverstone. We'll do this as we always do. I'll take positions 1 to 10 and you take 11 to 20. So it's Giuseppe Stella, a first pole for the man from Italy in Porsche Supercup. And accompanying him on the front row is Bentley Schaefer in P2 in his home race. We'll see what he can do today. And it's Hemmo Tifo starting P3 for Fach Autotech. That's Mihail Valiak, highest qualifying position for the Croatian. He starts in 4th place, followed by Pongchanok Chao Shainat, the man from Thailand, in P5. There's Rahul Patel in P6, followed by Cameron Cole, the American, in P7. Then it's Kasim Adna, the man who qualified on pole last time out at Paul Ricard, starts P8. Then it's Ryan Adam in P9. And Alexander Arnold rounds out the top 10.
And then for P11, the Boss Kelly will lines up 11th place for the MRS Cup Racing team. And then 12, Yatis Terzic will lines up 12th place in row 6. Row 7, Gabriel Gomez, the championship leader, in the pretty much the worst spot that you could possibly... Not really the worst spots to start, but still, you wouldn't want that, to be honest. And he will line up alongside Christian Russell in 14th place. Ollie Burks, one of the home drivers here, will start in 15th place. Ruben Gonzalez lines up 16th. Then in row 9, we have Jose Lucas and David Byers line up alongside each other, and then Luca Iger and Alex Duan rounding out the top 20.
Yeah, so very interesting grid then. It's championship leader Gomez, who's out of the points at the moment, but as we're here now, as the lights are coming on, Stella is on pole, but can Schaefer do anything in second as we got 6 lights? And we are on the way at Silverstone. It's a very good start for Bentley Schaefer, and it's not as good of a start for Giuseppe Stella. And I think Schaefer might actually have jumped the Italian coming into turn 1 there side by side, and Schaefer is going to be on the inside line as he takes the lead of the race here at Silverstone. Stella, though, with a very good exit into the first corner out of Abbey, he retakes it from Schaefer. Tifo's there in P3 as he's holding off Mihail Valiak, who himself is holding off Rahul Patel there. The former F1 driver is to head into the braking, so there's Patel on the inside line as he gets over the curb a bit. But Valiak with a poor exit there, so they're going to be wheel to wheel as they head down the Wellington straight. And Patel and Valiak side by side as it's a matter of who's going to brake later into Brooklands. But Valiak with a very good exit, he gets Patel. But there's a bit of contact there as Patel is trying to tuck in behind the Croatian. It is Valiak who's currently up into P4 then, but Patel has to settle for P5 at the moment. Gabriel Gomez up into P12, there he is, as he's gone and passed Rubinho Gonzalez, the Spaniard there, as there's Boss Kelly on the track, and he's overtaken by his teammate Ryan Adam, and behind there is Jose Lucas, and I think that's David Byers, who's going to be side by side into Kops as Kasim Adnan currently in P7. Just behind there is Alexander Arnold and Cameron Cole. As there's battling going on everywhere here in the midfield on the first lap at Silverstone. There is Christian Russell as we witness Terzic and no, sorry, that's not Terzic. That is Terzic and Arnold making a bit of contact there through Maggots and Beckett. Terzic comes out victorious in that battle as Arnold might have to watch out for Christian Russell here, as the man from Israel is going to try it on the outside line, but he's not been able to make the move just yet. He's going to have to watch out for Gabriel Gomez, the Brazilian, there behind, as there's Ryan Adam into Stowe on the inside of Rubino Gonzalez. Gonzalez might lose yet another position here, and he does. Adam with a swift move on the inside line gets it done, as Christian Russell and Gabriel Gomez now battling as they head into the Vale chicane.
Oh, somebody that had a contact there.
Yeah, it's a very hectic first lap as Gonzalez now defending from Jose Lucas. He might go down yet another position, as I think that is Alex Luwan. Yeah, there he is, as he's trying to make the move on home hero David Byers. Into Abbey they go, side by side, and through into turn 2 goes Byers. There's a lot more traction on the inside line there, it looks like, and he gets ahead of Alex Luwan for now. There's Luca Eiger and Ole Boaks. Crucially, he's currently fighting for P19. That is not where he wants to be at the moment, as he's currently P2 in the championship standings. As he goes up at the P19, he might try to get Alex Luwan for P18 here as well, trying to make a double overtake on the pair of them, as they're going to be side by side heading down the Wellington straight. But there is Luca Eiger as well, as he's going to try to go back on Ole Boaks here as they head into Brooklands and through into Lovefield. It's going to be Eiger on the outside, and Boaks going to have the inside line there. Boaks trying to stay on the inside as much as possible, and it's paid off for him as Eiger's going a bit wide there on exit. And it is going to be Ole Boaks who remains in P19 for now then. Meanwhile, here's the battle for P2 between Helmut Tiefort and Bentley Schaefer.
Oh, they still going at it, and the very hectic first laps of the Porsche Supercup here at Silverstone. As we see now, Helmut Tiefort, I think, started third, but now he's just right behind Bentley Schaefer now. Schaefer's still looking. He knows that Tiefort is right behind his rear mirror, and now he's still going to try to defend on Stove here, and because Tiefort now just really goes on the back, maybe made a little bit of contact there on Schaefer, but both of them still going fine. They are really close to each other. There's Giuseppe Stella just going away from the field, and there it is, Ryan Adams. You see there a lot of trains are forming up here on Silverstone, as we see now there into the Vale chicane. Somebody just hit that corner very wrong there, and then Giuseppe Stella sets the fastest lap time to 10.049. As we see now, Helmut Tiefort is still trying to overtake Bentley Schaefer. Then you see the other guys, Mihail Valjak, Rahul Patel, Porsche drop back to 6th place. And Tick gets into the cover really wrongly, but then Bentley Schaefer's going wide. The Tiefort takes it on the inside. Is they going to make a contact? They don't make contact, but they're still going at it now into the Wellington straight. And here comes Mihail Valjak. He's going to be a third contender for second place now. Is it going to be a 3 wide? Tiefort going on the outside, trying to hang on to it, and then into left field. Tiefort going into the grass there. And then you see, Mihail Valjak just going off. I think he just went wide.
Yeah, he did go wide there. But yeah, offense turned into defense there for Helmut Tiefort. He was not expecting Mihail Valjak. And I think Rahul Patel here won't be expecting function of Chaushayat. He tried it on the inside of Kops there, and it's compromised Chaushayat on exit, because here comes Kasim Adnan as they're gonna head through Maggots now. Gonna be wheel to wheel as Adnan has the inside line through Maggots, and then they're gonna head through Beckett as well. I think Chaushayat has something to defend from the man from Syria. He has Cameron Cole though, could get himself involved into this, as he's currently there in P8. So yeah, but good defending from Bentley Schaefer there. He positioned his car correctly, and I think Tiefort just really wasn't expecting Mihail Valjak. there in P4. But yeah, Valjak, as you said, Pausa, went off the track there, and that compromised him quite a lot. As I think, there's actually T4 going wide, and that is gonna compromise T4 for sure, as he's lost time to Schaefer now. As Giuseppe Stella's absolutely pulled away. Look at that, 4.5 seconds to Bentley Schaefer. As there's the battle for P16. David Byers gets ahead of Jose Lucas. He might have won the battle, but he's not won the war just yet, as there's Lucas on the inside into Abbey. Yeah, that was so close to contact. Byers going to be on the inside line though as they head through farm and now into the braking zone of village. Byers is ahead of Jose Lucas. That was a very good battle, very close to contact as well.
Close to contact, definitely a very too close for comfort, but they're still going at it now, just rounding out the arena corner, and the Byers on the outside. This very close there. Jose Lucas still hanging on, but you see there, Alex Lewan, if you have a two-car battle coming around the arena corner, you're definitely gonna have it almost looks like it's gonna be a 3 wide here. And they make contact there, Alex Lewan and Jose Lucas. Byers still hangs on into 16th place. He has a little bit of breathing room at this point, but yeah, definitely the battles are costing him time to catch up to the front.
Yeah, battling is quite costly, as we have seen with T4 and Valjak. He's lost a tiny bit of time to Bentley Schaefer up ahead, but here might be a battle forming. Terzic versus Cole, as Yatas Terzic has now caught up to Cameron Cole in P8. And then behind is Alex Arnold as well, and then also Gabriel Gomez there in P11. But we will see the field is still really, really close, all the way up into P2, and then you have Giuseppe Stella, who's just completely pulled away. He's in a league of his own today, and it is fantastic to see. But
definitely.
yeah, he definitely is. And it's going to give him a very big helping hand as they head through the Vale chicane. T4 chasing down Bentley Schaefer. He has had a bit of a poor exit there. And that is not going to do him any wonders, as Ollie Boaks gets past Alex Luan. Over the curb there goes Luca Eiger. And they make contact there, actually, Luan and Eiger. But yeah, that is going to relegate Luca Eiger down to last position, unfortunately for him. Yeah, he got over the curb there and sent him flying.
Yeah, just like I was expecting there, because that sausage curve is really, really fragile for these cars and these drivers, because you just went a little bit too much and then you hit the curves, you're absolutely just a passenger at that point. So yeah, they might have to be a little bit careful on the corner, actually, the Vale chicane there.
Yeah, they're gonna have to be a bit more careful through there. I agree with you. But yeah, we will see. Obviously, the racing is so close in this series. Obviously, there's so much battling, so much side-by-side action. It's almost inevitable with contact at times. But we will see. We just saw Rahul Patel as he was catching up to Michael Valjak. As we see everyone head through Kopp's corner and then through Maggots and Beckett's. You can see just how close Patel is to the back of the Croatian Michael Valjak. Obviously, Patel who scored a podium at Malaysia. He's looking to score yet another podium once again, as he is chasing down the P4 position. Obviously not a podium position, P4 obviously, but we'll see what he can do if he is able to clear the Croatian, as they're gonna head into Stowe. It's not close enough just yet. He stays behind. Might he try a move into Vale? That is the question.
I think he might, because at 4/10 of gap, I think there's a little bit too much gaps there. But maybe we'll see. Here it goes now into the Vale chicane, as we see Luca Eiger having a go again on Alex Luan. Luan has to go off the track, and he's now taking P19 back, making smart moves here. He's not going again on Vale, but he's going on himself.
Yeah, Luca Eiger really just tried to get his way through there, and it worked beautifully for him. As the battle for P17 is continuing. Ollie Boaks who was last at one point. He's now challenging for 17th place for Jose Lucas. So we could see Ollie Boaks making up some nice little positions in this race if he is able to get past Jose Lucas, that is. But as you can see, the gap in the gap between Schäfer and Tiford has actually grown. It's about a second now, and then Valiak is about 1.2 to Helmut Tiford as well. So they seem to be spreading out a bit more in the top 4, as if it wasn't already spread out enough between Stella and Schäfer for the lead. But the gaps here in the midfield are still relatively close. It's about 4 to 6 tenths between everyone here.
Yep, and you see that is the current championship leader, Gabriel Gomez, trying to make a redemption here, as he was starting 13th earlier on, and now he's up into 11th place. So we'll see if he could get up to the points-paying position, but we'll see, because he has the ex-Formula 1 driver, Alexander Arnold, in front of him.
Yeah, and as we know, Alexander Arnold, obviously a very, very decorated driver when it comes to the ACC. He is a 2-time Formula 1 race winner. As you know, many times on the podium he has been. Abandoned that career to race here at the Porsche Supercup, and I think it has been going quite alright for him so far. He's P5 in the championship standings. No podium to his name just yet, but he's just been consistently in the points. As look at that, Bentley Schäfer now has the fastest lap. So that is quite good news for the British driver. We could see him try and close down that gap to Giuseppe Stella, as he actually is. But we will see. I don't think he's going to be able to close down that gap in time, though, as we are just about halfway with the race. So we will see what happens. But this is good news for Schäfer, though. He's going to be able to pull away from Helmut Tiford. So it is going to give him a bit of breathing room. So definitely will be a tough one for these guys to catch up. But I saw that Stella's lap times, previous lap time, is pretty slow. I think it was 2:10.9. So, and compared to Schäfer, who just set the fastest lap time, so we're definitely seeing that Schäfer is actually catching up to Stella, so, and the rest of the field, and you'd see now the progress for these drivers. Teresic goes up 3 positions from the starting spots. It's 2 positions for Gabriel Gomez, Christian Russell, also David Byers as well. 1 position's up for Gonzalez and Kasim Adnan, also Rahul Patel as well. So a lot of changes in the midfield. So we'll see if there's going to be any more to come in the next 7 laps, 8 laps. Yeah, we will see. Obviously, I think we're going to have a few overtakes. But Ollie Boaks then, he obviously had a really horrible start. And he's been trying to claw back the positions that he lost on lap 1, obviously. But he's currently behind Jose Lucas at the moment. Boss Kelly then in P14. Obviously, the MRS Cup racing cars, they look really good in qualifying, but they're out of the points again. So it's really just not gone their way, as Bentley Schäfer with yet another fastest lap. But there was Boss Kelly actually went wide into Vale, and that really compromised his exit there. But Bentley Schäfer saying another fast lap. You can see he's actually closing that gap quite at a very rapid pace, should I say. As Michael Valiak, look how close he is to Helmut Tiford. So Michael Valiak could try and push for a first podium here, but it might not be as easy as he thinks it might be, because he has got Rahul Patel there in P5, who could be looking to pounce if Valiak does slip up into a mistake. But we will see what happens then with this battle. But Bentley Schäfer is really picking up the pace. It is Stella who's slowing, might try to back off to save tires or something like that. I don't really know what the cause of Stella losing the pace might be, but Schaefer has really kicked it up into gear now, and he could try and catch Giuseppe Stella for the lead. So what we thought would be just a clear dominant weekend for Giuseppe Stella might not be as dominant as we had thought it would be.
You can see the gaps there. Bentley Schaffer now 3.0 seconds, now 2.9 seconds. I think maybe Stella's strategy could be saving the tire and battle with Schaefer. By the time Schaefer closing up on him, he might have worn off his tires off to even battle Stella. That may be his plan for Giuseppe Stella.
Yeah, that is the thing. We will see what happens, though. It is gonna be interesting. But Schaefer's, yeah, he's gaining massively. He's gaining like almost a second a lap on Giuseppe Stella. So it's absolutely incredible to see where this pace that looked like it came from absolutely nowhere. Yeah, there was Michal Valiak who went a bit wide. That gave him a really poor exit out of the Vale chicane. And as they head into Abbey, Rahul Patel is edging closer and closer to the Croatian. But that's good news for Helmut Tiefort, as now he is a bit further ahead of Michal Valiak. Yeah, there's Christian Russell on Gabriel Gomez, as he's looking to try the move on the championship leader, who's currently in P11.
Yeah, Gomez has to catch up to Alexander Arnold because he needs points, he needs for the championship. But it feels like for now he's still going to be stuck at P11, but we're into lap 9 of the race now. Michal Valiak trying to go around the outside onto the, I think it was Brooklands. Still wasn't really work though.
Yeah, that move never would have worked for Valiak. Just around the outside is not even close enough. So, but we will see. I think he's still going to have an opportunity to try a move later on in a few laps time. We're on lap 9 of 14 now. That gap between Schaefer and Stella is down to 2.1.
You see there, it's 2.1, 2.0 now. It's about 2 seconds now, and I think it's going to drop down even more. So yeah, could it be Schaffer's win? Or could it be Stella's win? So we'll have to wait and see, but it's now 1.991 seconds. And
yeah, it's really going down that gap. But I think the thing that Giuseppe Stella is going to have to hope for is that Schaefer, by the time that he's caught up to Stella, has used up his tires, or he's pushed too much, so he has to back off a bit when he eventually comes up to Stella. So that's all that Giuseppe can hope for at the moment. But we will see. There's going to be 2 drivers who are chasing down a first victory, as there is, I believe that was Christian Russell who went really wide. Or could that have been Cameron Cole? They both are running blue cars, so I do confuse them a bit. Either way, as they head through Abbey then to start lap 10 out of 14. It's 4 laps remaining at the moment. Schaefer's just about 2.2. It's up to 2.3, so I think, has Schaefer made a mistake somewhere? I think he might have. Maybe he's gone wide at it. Maybe he's gone wide at a turn, because he just lost 3 tenths out of nowhere. And there's the move from Michal Valiak on the inside of Helmut Tiefort. Through goes the Croatian into Aintree, but there's Rahul Patel as well. He's going to try to take advantage of this on Helmut Tiefort. That's 3 wide for P3 almost. But Patel's going to be on the inside of Tiefort as they head into Brooklands. And Patel, he's gotten ahead of Tiefort almost. It's not over yet as they head through Luffield. Tiefort on the inside line. Patel, he's gone wide there. And that's going to allow Tiefort up into P4. But this is even more trouble for Patel, as here comes Functional Chow Shinat up into P5. He's going to head through Cups side by side. They will go. Chow Shinat on the inside line. He gets it done on Rahul Patel, and that is not gone well for the Indian-British driver at all, as he's down to P6 now. Cameron Cole, there he is, side by side with Casimano. This has really sparked just a bunch of battles now here in the points positions, as Cameron Cole through Beckett, he goes side by side with Adnan. They've actually kept it side by side through the entirety of Maggots and Beckett. That was fantastic, but it is going to be Cameron Cole who comes out victorious in that battle as they make their way out of Chapel. Terzic is now going to try it on Kasim Adnan as they're going to head through Stowe. Terzic on the outside line then. It's just going to be on the outside, trying to go the long way around on Adnan. As I believe they are side by side with Vale. Are they? I don't think they are. As there's someone over the curb. I think that's Alex Arnold, and that's seen him lose out big time. And there's Gabriel Gomez. He snuck his way into the points position. This is played fantastically into the hands of Gomez. Is he up at the P10? He is. But there's Arnold, as Gomez was compromised on exit into Club as they're wheel to wheel through Abbey. Arnold's gone a bit wide there. And that is good news for Gabriel Gomez, as he's gone up at the P10, but into Village they go. Arnold on the inside line, over the curb he goes. And then through the loop and Aintree, Gomez is into the points. So that is going to be one whole championship point for Gabriel Gomez for the time being. And that was fantastic battles. Finally we can breathe a bit.
Definitely worth the waiting there for Gabriel Gomez. He's now finally got a point, but well, I guess the others will get more points, but at least he would get close to the other guys in the championships for Gabriel Gomez. So at least a 10th place wouldn't be that bad, to be honest.
Yeah, it wouldn't be too bad for Gabriel Gomez, but I believe he will lose the championship lead actually. Considering that Helmut Tiefort is in P4, but it won't be too big of a championship. Obviously, it won't be too big of a deficit to Tiefort for Gomez, so he'll still be sitting there very close. But Dynamic Motorsport, obviously, they will rake in big points, considering that 2 of their cars are on the podium positions now, with Stella leading the race by only 1.1 seconds now. And then Michael Valiak in P3 is going to come home for a first podium, and Giuseppe Stella is going to come home for a first victory. But we're on lap 11 out of 14 now. Schaefer is now under a second from Stella. This could get, as he set the fast line once again, this could get very, very close, Paolo.
It definitely will. I was gonna mention that because he's now down to about only 0.08 of a second gap. This is gonna get so exciting. We only have 4 laps to go. Actually, no, not 4 laps to go. 3 laps to go here at the Porsche Supercup at Silverstone race. So as you see there, Rahul Patel still trying to catch up to Porsche China. He has 7/10 of a gap. Now down to the root corner, and then coming around the entry corner. So you see there, everybody just it's the spice. I couldn't imagine. It's ramping up. It's definitely ramping up now. It
is really ramping up. This says T4 having a look on the outside of Michael Valiak, as he's just about 5/10 off. But here we go, the battle for the lead, as the man who's led the race very comfortably, Giuseppe Stella, is now going to have to face the pressure from Bentley Schaefer, who's just about 5/10 off the Italian now, with 3 laps to go, just under 3 laps to go now. It is the Dynamic Motorsport car of Giuseppe Stella versus the Team Project 1 car of Bentley Schaefer. Obviously, both teams and both drivers are hunting down their first podium even here at Silverstone, and I think we're going to be treated to one fantastic scrap for the championship. Not the championship, sorry. Well, maybe the championship, but the race win here at Silverstone as they head through the Vale chicane. As there's a battle, there's Patel and Cole side by side as they are going to head through the Vale chicane. Will they be side by side? No, they won't. But there's Adnan with a very late move. He looked to try it on Patel, but he could not. Unfortunately for Rahul, he's gonna go down yet another position. So it really isn't his day today. From what looked like to be a potential podium for Patel, it's just kind of slipped out of his hands, unfortunately for him.
Yeah, I saw there's a lot of guys improving their best lap time, their personal best lap times. So we'll see. Everybody's literally catching up now, but definitely Valjax and then the rest of the field is definitely too far for the front too. Here we see there Alex Moore still trying to go for it on Luca Iger. They're battling for P19. Well, yeah, even though it's not really the place to fight because you're still P20, but racing is racing, so these guys are gonna give it at all 100%. As we see here, Cameron Cole in 6th place, still trying to catch up to Charles Scheinert. Cameron Cole, obviously the guy who gets the inaugural first win of the Porsche Supercup back at Sepang, is now trying to go for a top five finish on Charles Scheinert here, as Cameron Cole sits in 6th place in the championship, 25 points. And Charles Scheinert in P11, only 14 points, so definitely a 12-point haul for him. He will move up about 5th or 6th there for Charles Scheinert, but with the rest of the championships also still wanting to get the points as well, so we'll have to wait and see. There's only about under 2 laps to go here, as he's now getting a slipstream here. Cameron Cole around the chapel and then into the Hanger straight, and here he goes, and it's now 0.3 of a second, and look at the speed traps, 253.3 kilometers per hour, so that's quite fast there for a race car. And here he goes, Cameron Cole. Is he going to try to send out a very chicane? I wouldn't say he might. Oh, he went wide a little bit there. Oh, and that's going to compromise his lap, and there you see now Rahul Patel. Here it comes now. And they're going to try to go, and now the leader is on the final lap, and only half a second cat, Bentley Schaefer. Could he be able to follow Giuseppe Stella to take his first win?
We're gonna see. It's gonna be an insanely close finish here at Silverstone. Then, just like we had in Formula 2 back last season here at Silverstone, we're gonna have yet another thriller of a finish. And just this rolling chat. Now you finally say my name right. Yeah. You'll have to blame Joe from the GP4OC about that. But for me saying my name, your name, my name. Sorry. You have to blame Joe from the GP4OC for saying your name wrong for so long. I'm terribly sorry. But we're gonna focus on battle for the lead then, as they make their way around Copse for one final time. Schaefer has not found the right opportunity to make the move. It's just about 4/10 off now as they exit Copse. You can see just how close he is. Stella must feel Bentley Schaefer breathing down his neck as they make their way round Maggots and Beckett's. And he isn't really gaining too much here on him, Schaefer. But they're gonna make their way. Yeah, they're gonna make their way out of Chapel now. Down the Hanger straight we will go. Is Schaefer close enough to try to move into Stowe? I don't think he is, and I think Stella might just come home with the victory here, as they're gonna head through into the Vale chicane. And yeah, he's not gonna do it. It is gonna be this man for Dynamic Motorsport as they head through the final corner. It's been a thriller of a race finish, but it is going to be this man who's going to come home to take his first ever win in the Porsche Supercup. Giuseppe Stella wins in Silverstone, and Bentley Schaefer an incredibly close P2. And it's going to be the other Dynamic Motorsport car of Michael Valjak who comes home on the podium, and Helmut for P4. And that was a very, very exciting race finish.
Definitely, we thought it was going to be established action, but still, we'll take it what we got. Alex Warren will come home to finish P20, but it is a double Dynamic Motorsports podium for their team. What a race that was!
Yeah, it was fantastic race. We saw a lot of action, and especially the final lap was very, very tense between Schaefer and Stella. But we will, let's go through the final classifications then, as we do. I take 1 to 10, and you take the rest. It's Giuseppe Stella who comes home. First ever victory for the Italian and for Dynamic Motorsport in Porsche Supercup. And it is Bentley Schaefer, first time on the podium. He was hoping for the home race win here today. But at least we have a British driver on the podium here at Silverstone. And it's Mihail Valjak, the Croatian, in P3. And then Hemmo Tyford finishes P4. Obviously, unfortunately, it's not 3 podiums in a row for him, but still P4 is a very good result for him, and it should be enough for him to take the championship lead. Then there's Ponkshan Okchao Shainat, yet another point-scoring position for the Thai driver, and it's Cameron Cole in P6, followed by Rahul Patel in P7, and then Kasim Adnan in P9, and then Yatis Terzic in P10. And then championship leader, or former championship leader, Gabriel Gomez gets 1 point in P10.
And next up, we have Alexander Arnold. Had a battle with, of course, Gabriel Gomez, but then he messed up on the Vale chicane and then had to lose a position and finishes in P11. Ryan Adam, pretty calm all race long, so but he still gets a decent P12. Boss Kelly had some troubles earlier on and will have to finish at P13. Christian Russell will finish in P14. Rubinho Gonzalez 15th. David Byers makes up quite a couple of positions for him. David Byers will finish in 16th. 17th goes to Jose Lucas, providing us quite a lot of very opportunistic move down to the Vale chicane, I would say. And then Ollie Burks in P18, and then Luca Iger in P19, and then Alex Lewan, unfortunately, will have to finish P20.
Yeah, it was a very, very exciting race. Obviously, this has really shaken up the championship order, and we have had a lot of overtakes and just a lot of action. And, Porsche Supercup, once again, delivering with the action, as we have seen in all the prior 3 rounds. So, yeah, it was a very good race.
Yep, it is, but, well, yeah, definitely a lot of overtakes, and definitely these drivers just throws a lot of ballsy moves onto the Vale chicane. I mean, I honestly saw that coming for a long, long way.
Yeah, it is. It's been.
Yeah, in total, it was a pretty decent race. A lot of overtakes, a lot of dramas, but and in the end, Giuseppe Stella hangs on Bentley Schaffer to take the win.
Yeah, it was absolutely fantastic race. And congratulations to Giuseppe Stella on the victory. But I think that will be it for the Porsche Supercup today. Thanks so much for watching. It's been a very, very good race. A lot of overtakes and action, as we did mention. But we will see you tonight in about 3 hours' time at 9 p.m. Central European Summertime for the second WTCR race at Magny-Cours for the race of France. So that will be very, very interesting.
Nice. Actually, did we forget about something? Driver of the day?
Right, yeah, driver of the day. Thank you for mentioning that. But I would give it to... I have to give it to Giuseppe Stella. It was a fantastic drive from him. Obviously, he led by such a massive amount at one point. And then at the end, he obviously... he kept his cool and was able to come home to win. So, fantastic stuff from him.
I kind of have to go Bentley Schaffer here, to be honest, because, well, man, he just on a charge on Giuseppe Stella, but even though he only got second, I kind of admire his performance today. So, my driver of the day will have to go to Bentley Schaffer.
Yeah, a lot of exciting performers today. It is quite difficult to say. But yeah, we will see you when the ACS returns for WTCR in 3 hours. So until then, I've been Mir Energy.
And I've been Kaza.
Thanks so much for watching. The SUC will return